guys, welcome back to another Makeup of the Day Monday. So I decided to continue this series after feedback from you guys. It was very well received, so thank you so much for letting me know that you like it. And to be honest, I'm a little bit relieved that you like it because last week when I tried this kind of as an experiment, I wasn't sure if just showing the makeup that I'm wearing every day was going to be enough because so many people love tutorials. I've just never been someone who was really comfortable filming tutorials because I am by no means an expert at doing my eyeshadow, especially. I mean, I've been doing it for years and years, but I've kind of just found a technique that works for me and my eye shape. And funny enough, you guys kind of seem to feel the same way. A lot of the comments, you were bringing up really good points that, you more were interested in seeing how I paired colors together and which shades I was using from a palette. And then you'll take that and use the technique that works best for you and your eye shape and whatever you've been doing. And if you want tutorials, there's tons of them out there on YouTube. But like I said, I feel like I'm not in a place yet to be able to tell you how to do your makeup because I still feel like I don't do the best job most of the time. Honestly, it's just fun for me to kind of play with makeup and try new things, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. So anyway, why don't we go ahead and jump in and I'll show you what I was wearing all throughout the week, and then at the end I'll show you what I'm wearing today. Hey guys, what's up? It's day one. So for today's look, I'm wearing the Soft Glam palette on my eyes. This is one of my favorite palettes of all time in my entire collection just because it's so super easy to wear. I just love all the neutrals in here. I love the formula of it as well. It does have quite a bit of fallout, so that's something that I have to get used to in the beginning. I had to make sure I was really tapping off my brush, otherwise I was getting stuff all over my face, but I think I've kind of like worked that out at this point and know how to use it, and I know to kind of like gently pick up some product and not really dig into these pans because it's just, they're so soft and so easy to pick up. So anyway, on my eyes today, I'm wearing burnt orange in my crease, and then I'm wearing rustic on the outer corner of my eye, and then on my lid I'm wearing the shade bronze, which is just a super beautiful antique gold. So overall, just really love this palette. And then for my cheeks, I decided to actually use a bronzer on my cheeks just to keep everything looking really neutral, and this is the Makeup Revolution Bronzer Reloaded in the shade Take a Vacation. And I love how this is a baked bronzer. It's really like super smooth on the cheeks, and that's one reason why I loved baked blushes, because they're just smoother than the regular pressed powder blushes. I just think that when you're older and your skin is getting a little bit more textured, the baked formula is a little kinder and just goes on a little softer and smoother. And this one has just a little hint of shimmer. It's actually one of those marbled formulas, so I think the bronzer itself is more matte, but then it has these kind of golden shimmers running through it. So when you swirl your brush in, you get a little bit of shimmer, but it's not like a glittery blush or anything. I think it just adds a tiny like hint of glow, no big deal. Also on my brows, I'm using Anastasia's Brow Wiz in the shade Taupe, and I used this all last week, but I forgot to talk about my brow pencil at all, so that's what I'm using. And then on my face, I'm wearing the CYO Life Proof Foundation in the shade 102, and this does not get enough love right here. This foundation is amazing. It's probably my holy grail foundation from the drugstore because it just has the most perfect skin-like finish, and it's so creamy and so hydrating. If you have dry skin, give this one a shot because this is the most natural looking foundation I've ever tried from the drugstore. It really performs like high end. It's super long lasting as well. It doesn't wear off throughout the day. Like, I've been wearing this look now for at least 4 or 5 hours, and I don't have like the redness poking through on my nose, and I even don't need concealer when I wear this because it builds up so beautifully on the skin too. It's not cakey, it doesn't look overly heavy. It starts out, I would say, more like a medium coverage foundation, but you can definitely build it up to a lot fuller coverage, and it still looks really good and like your natural skin. So highly underrated product right here, and definitely worth checking out. I think it's like $7. And then for my lashes, I'm wearing the Rimmel Scandaleyes Wow Wings. This is the only mascara in the Scandaleyes collection that I like. I think it's because the brush is a little bit better. The other Scandaleyes ones, I feel like the brush is too thick and chunky, and it's hard to really get up to the roots of my lashes. But this one has a different brush than the others. It kind of has like a little bit of a scoop. It has longer bristles on one side and then really short ones on the other. So I like to use the longer ones first and comb through, and it adds a lot of length, and then I go in with the shorter ones and comb through all the clumps. This is a slightly more clumpy formula. It's very wet, so you will get clumps, but I find that if I flip the brush to the shorter side, it clumps them out clumps them out. It combs them out pretty well, and yeah, I think it gives really, really big lashes. So it's a nice drugstore option, and it also doesn't smudge or flake, at least on me, so I really love that about it as well. And then on my lips, I decided to just go really neutral as well, and I'm wearing the Kokie Lip Veneer Cream Gloss in the shade Legend. This one is one of my favorites from them just because it's like a really full coverage lip gloss. It's not one of those sheer ones that hardly adds any color. It's really full coverage, kind of similar to, I think, the Anastasia lip glosses. That's what it reminds me of, like the formula. It's just like super opaque right away, but it doesn't have that dry feeling of a matte liquid lipstick. And it's also not sticky at all and has no scent to it, so that's really great about it as well. So anyway, that is today's look. I really like the way it came out. It's just really simple and natural and easy to wear. So anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow with a new look. Hey guys, it's day 2, and today I'm wearing the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation Stick in the shade Soft Ivory. This is one of the only foundation sticks I can actually wear with my dry skin. Most of them look too heavy and cakey, but this one actually has a really nice skin-like finish. It has great coverage. I do still apply it with a damp beauty sponge just because it is a little bit thick, so I like to shear it out a little, but other than that, it's great. And this is the beauty sponge from L'Oreal actually, and it feels exactly like a beauty blender. It blows up really big when you wet it. It's super soft and squishy. This is my favorite, and it's so much cheaper than a beauty blender. And also, I'm not wearing concealer because I feel like this does a great job at just covering all my under eye circles. And then on my eyes today, I'm wearing the e.l.f. Opposites Attract palette, and I'll just get a little bit closer so you can see what I did. So because I'm wearing yellow today, I kind of did more of a yellowy bronze look. So I applied this yellow shade right here in my crease, and then I applied this matte brown on like the outer corner and also underneath my eyes. And then I applied this one called Spicy. It's kind of like a bronze shimmer on my lid. So I'll just give you kind of a look at that. I just really like this combo a lot. And it's kind of similar to yesterday. I feel like yesterday I did more of a gold look with the Soft Glam palette. Today it's a little bit more kind of mustardy and bronze, so it's a little bit different. And then for mascara, I'm using the Kokie Volume and Length. This is one of my favorite mascaras. I love the brush on this one. It's very close to, if you guys have tried the Jordana Best Lash Extreme, it's really close to that. It's one of those regular mascara ones. It's not one of the hard ones, and it's really skinny, so you can get right up to your lash line. And it just gives a really nice length and volume, and it doesn't clump, so it's amazing. On my cheeks, I'm wearing the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in Rosé Champagne. Again, one of my favorite shades, and this is sort of my go-to neutral blush when I have a little bit more color on my eyes and I just want something that's not gonna like pop out on my cheeks. This is a beautiful shade. It's a nude with just like a little hint of pink, and it has a little bit of shimmer to it, but not anything too crazy. It just adds a really nice kind of glow to your cheeks. And then on my lips, I'm wearing one of the Persona lip glosses. This one's in the shade Honey. I really love these. They're not super sheer for a gloss. They give nice color. They smell like vanilla. They're really, really smooth and non-sticky for a lip gloss. So if you like glosses but you hate the really kind of sticky, tacky ones, these are awesome. So anyway, that's today's look. I'll be back tomorrow with another one. Hey guys, it's day 3, and today we're going to be heading down to the Bronx Zoo. We're going to be outside a lot, so I definitely made sure to wear the Coats Natural Tinted Sunscreen. This is one of my favorite sunscreens. It feels like a primer. It kind of just fills everything in. And then for foundation, I'm using the Doll 10 Doll Skin Skin Perfector in the shade Light, and this is such a nice foundation. It's really natural looking, almost like kind of a moussey texture. It's really, really forgiving on more mature skin types and dry skin, so I really just love how it makes my skin look flawless and really smooth. It has really good medium coverage. For my eyes today, I'm wearing the Zodiac Capricorn palette from BH Cosmetics, and I really just did like a simple, easy look today. When do I not, right? So I used this shade here in my crease, and then this one right next to it on my lid, and then this highlight shade I just put right in the center. So I'll just show you close up. really quick. I don't know what this looks like. It looked okay in the mirror. Sometimes I come back and I do these videos and I'm like, my eyeshadow is not blended, but hopefully it looks okay. And then for mascara, I'm wearing the CoverGirl Supersizer. This is another one. If I'm going to be outside all day or out in the heat, I know this is going to stay in place and not go anywhere. So I really love this one for that. It's very long lasting. On my cheeks, I'm wearing the ColourPop Pressed Powder Blush in the shade To The 10. This is one of my favorites. It's just such a pretty peachy pink. It's like the perfect peachy pink matte. Love this one a lot. And then on my lips, I'm wearing one of these Physicians Formula Butter lipsticks. This one is in the shade Soaking Up the Sun. It's just a really light nude shade, and I love how hydrating these are. They're amazing. So anyway, that is today's look, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, it's day 4 and today's look didn't turn out quite like I wanted it to. I wanted to test out the new BH Cosmetics Santa Fe palette. Unfortunately, I was trying out this shade right here called Chili, and it's more of a corally shade, so I thought it would kind of go with the outfit that I was wearing today. And as I was applying it to my lid, by the way, it applied really nicely, but I started feeling kind of this burning sensation on my lids, and I know that sometimes carmine can cause allergic reactions in people. I've never had an issue before with any eyeshadow, like never. I don't have sensitive eyelids, but it just started kind of burning and it was starting to get a little bit intense. So I looked at the back of the palette to see if it did in fact have carmine, and it said that that particular shade and also the shade Ristra right here, this other reddish one, were pressed pigments and not approved for use around the eye area. So that was pretty telling, and I wiped it off immediately with a wipe, but my eyelids still felt a little bit kind of not right. They felt a little irritated, so I didn't want to wear eyeshadow today. So I ended up just applying mascara, and I used the new Laura Mercier Panoramic Mascara. I got this as a free sample at Sephora recently, and I like it. I think it gave kind of nice, fluffy, soft lashes. So here's a look at the brush. And while I'm in a complaining mood, I also want to say that yesterday I used the CoverGirl Supersizer Mascara. And I love that. I've used it for many, many years, but I'm kind of worried that they changed the formula because something really odd happened. So when I went to take my makeup off at night, I noticed that my lashes felt kind of crispier than usual, and they were sticking together a little bit. And that is a really long wearing mascara, and I'm used to having a little bit of trouble removing it. It's not waterproof, but it just stays on really well, and that's one of the things I love about it. Unfortunately, yesterday, no matter what I did, it would not come off my lashes. It was like black tar stuck to my lashes, like glue. And I actually used my regular cleansing oil that always removes it just fine. I was massaging it into my eyelashes dry like I always do, and it did not budge. It was just coming off in these tiny little flakes, but most of it was still stuck on my lashes, and I couldn't figure out what the heck was going on. I tried using micellar water on a cleansing pad. That didn't make it budge either, so I just gave up and went to bed because I didn't want to like irritate my eye area any more than I already was, and I don't know what was going on with it. So this morning in the shower, I used another oil cleanser, and that ended up taking most of it off. But yeah, it was really strange. So I'm just gonna try to compare the ingredients on the package. Maybe I'll find like an old ingredient list for what the Supersizer used to have and see if they changed it, because that's totally not what I'm used to with that formula, and I would be really, really sad if they changed it. Maybe I just got a dud. I'm hoping that's what the case was. All right, so I'm just jumping in here with a quick edit to let you guys know that after I finished filming that, I went and checked the packaging, and I bought the waterproof version by accident. So that is why the Supersizer was not the one that I know and love. And to be honest with you, I do not recommend buying that in the waterproof version at all because of how hard it was to remove. I've tried other waterproof mascaras in the past and have never experienced anything quite like that. So yeah, no, I'm never buying that one again, but just wanted to let you guys know. So anyway, moving on to today's makeup. For my face, I'm wearing the new pore primer from Found that I got earlier in the week, and I mixed it with the No. 7 Match Made Custom Blend Foundation Drops in the shade Cool Ivory, and this made for a really good foundation, I have to say. I really enjoy this a lot. Even though it is a pore filling primer, it's not one of those dry ones. It feels really hydrating on the skin, and I mixed a few drops of this in with it, and it made such a nice foundation. It went on really smoothly, and once it dried down, it didn't feel dry, but it left my skin feeling just like velvet, and everything that I applied on top went on so well. I went in then with the Age Rewind Eraser Concealer, and as I was blending it like into my eye area and around my nose, I could not get over how smooth my skin felt from this primer mixed with the drops. So really like this so far, and we'll definitely continue to play with that a little bit more. On my lips, I'm wearing one of these Physicians Formula Butter lipsticks again. This one's in Brazilian Nut. I think I wore a different one the other day, so I really like this as well. And then last but not least, on my cheeks, I'm wearing the Flower Beauty Heat Wave Luminous Bronzer, and I really love this a lot. I think I'm probably going to wear this as a blush more than anything. I'm not the type to wear a luminous bronzer all over my face, but I think it makes a stunning blush. I love it so much. And this one is in the shade Sunrise L1, which is the lightest shade. So anyway, that is today's look. It's really super simple because I didn't do eyeshadow or anything today, but that's fine. It was Sunday. We were just kind of hanging out anyway. So I will be back tomorrow with my final look. I'll see you guys then. And then last but not least, what I'm wearing today is the CYO Life Proof Foundation, again in the shade 102. Love this stuff. I also am wearing the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base as a primer underneath that. This is my favorite primer. I've talked about it so many times. It's amazing. On my cheeks, I'm wearing this Flower Beauty blush balm in the shade Bubbly, and it's just like a really cool toned pink to kind of go with the eye look that I have going on. I'm using the Ace Beauté Flare palette, and this one I really haven't dipped into that much, so I've been dying to check it out. And in my crease, I'm using this dusty kind of purpley mauve shade called Bubbly, and then on the outer half of my eye, I'm wearing this kind of deep magenta shade, and then on the inner half, I put this really shimmery champagne shade. Really like the way that this came out. I normally don't wear those really deep colors, but I just kind of blended and blended until it was soft, but still a little bit of color. And then on my lashes, I'm wearing the Pixi Lash Lift 188. This is a really cool mascara that I got pretty recently, and I'll show you what the wand looks like. It's actually a 2-in-1. So you have this wand right here. It's one of the kind of plasticky ones, but then there's also another wand that screws out of the top, like a really tiny skinny one, and this is actually a regular type mascara wand, the softer one, but I love this tiny little brush because I go in with this one first and just apply the mascara, then I go back in with this one and really get up under the lash line, and it reminds me a lot of the IT Cosmetics Tight Line, where, you know, if you go right up along your lash line, it sort of deposits the color along it and makes it look like you tight lined with an eyeliner, but it's actually the mascara, and it's also great for bottom lashes too. And then on my lips, I'm wearing my favorite lip oil of all time. It's the Clarins Instant Light Lip Comfort Oil, and this is in the shade Blackberry. This one is so beautiful. It looks really dark in the tube, but it just creates a really nice soft berry color. So I love this one, and I tend to wear these a lot during the week just because they're so moisturizing and comfortable to wear, and just add a little hint of tint. So anyway, guys, that's it for this week's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And also let me know down in the comments which look was your favorite this week, and also if you own any of these products and what your favorites are. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.